Sandi Toksvig has united with 40 other British comedians calling on the UK government to take faster action helping refugees feeling the war in Ukraine. The UK has been criticised for only taking in about 1,000 so far, under Home Secretary Priti Patel's orders. The writer, 63, posted an emotionally charged video to her Twitter account on Friday urging authorities that they need to welcome Ukrainians with open arms. Standing in solidarity with the country's president, she said, "You won't have missed the irony that at the heart of the most serious event in the world today is a comedian, Volodymyr Zelensky. His courage, integrity and grace under fire in this horrific situation should make our own government feel ashamed. So we British comedians say to them, have you no decency? Let Ukraine's refugees into the UK now with open arms." The video then cuts to world-renowned comedians such as Stephen Fry, Miranda Hart, Graham Norton and Catherine Tate who all echo Sandi's sentiment, with each of them repeating passionately with open arms, asking the government to take faster and more decisive action. Unlike the European Union, which is allowing Ukrainians 3-year residency without a visa, the UK has retained controls on entry, saying they are essential for security. Earlier this week, Boris Johnson defended the nation's response to the crisis and said an upcoming scheme will allow Britons to take citizens from the war-torn country into their homes. The scheme will enable Britons to put people fleeing the war up in a spare room, or perhaps give them a job. However, it is expected that anyone offering to house a Ukrainian refugee will have to pass disclosure and barring service checks, which will slow the process further. Scores of Ukrainian families were turned away at Calais, with just 760 people granted visas under the Home Office Family Support Scheme despite tens of thousands of applications. Following mounting criticism, Priti Patel announced on Thursday major changes to the visa regime, but charities said they did not go far enough. Phone's 4U billionaire John Caldwell yesterday vowed to offer his 2-bedroom coach house to Ukrainian refugees rent and bill-free for 6 months. Mr. Caldwell, 69, is offering to put up a displaced family on his Staffordshire estate, Broughton Hall, where he lives with his Lithuanian cyclist girlfriend Modesta Vizniuskaite, 39. Calling the UK government's response to Russia's invasion embarrassing, John Caldwell said, "I'd like to host a Ukrainian family to live in the grounds of my estate. As Eastern Europe struggles to address the worsening crisis, I urge wealthy individuals to step up and offer shelter in their homes." He added, "They'll have their own 2-bedroom apartment here, with all utilities and food as long as they need it. I want to help and suspect the experience will be humbling and deeply enriching for me as well." The United Nations said more than 2.5 million people have now fled Ukraine. More than 1.5 million refugees crossed into Poland, but about 40% of them are thought to have subsequently left for other countries.